Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
What is the deal, beautiful people? Welcome to Let's Talk Love. I am your favorite prescriber, Miss Love Doctor, and this is where love meets beauty. So you guys already know my beautiful co-host.
Hey, y'all. Beauty on the beat here.
Y'all ready to talk some love today? I feel like we have not been in studio in a while.
Yes.
And you already know we here at the sexiest and spiciest station on the planet, Hot 702.5. Mm-hmm. And thank y'all for tuning in. And if no one has told you today, we would like to be the first to let you know that we love
you guys.
Yes, somebody loves you out there. Don't think that you are going in this day unloved, because I think it's very important that we share love, we share thanks and things like that. But before we do, we're going to have to do our spirit check and see. I'll be honest. I feel like if I'm talking, it's not fair to look at me like that. I'm going to check with you first. I guess my spirits is all over the place. But anyway, how you feeling, friend? What's going on?
You already know. I've been like on
trash.
I've been on a natural high.
Natural. Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost my birthday, so I'm just kind of like getting like.
It is almost Capricorn season. So somebody made a post and said the Capricorns are unthawing. I said, share. Yeah. Let me share that. It is definitely, it's definitely almost our season. So, how are your spirits mentally, physically, and emotionally?
Mentally, they are great. Physically, I need to work on a lot more of my, I need to do more movement. So, like I'm being more aware and cautious of all of the points of my life, my little branches that I need to continue to feed into.
Yeah. I'm going to say mentally, it's so much, I don't do well with uncertainty, and I'm a planner, and sometimes when things aren't in order, and I think because certain things that I said let's plan for, I didn't plan for, mm-hmm. and I actually like put it out there to everybody that I would be planning with, and let me say it like this, when I put something out that is supposed to be done is a togetherness, right?
Okay.
And I allow other people to drag their feet, and then now I'm in a position that I didn't want to be in. That makes me uncomfortable. That makes me upset with myself, right? Okay. Because I knew this was going to happen, and now it's happening, and I tried to avoid it. But I let other people put me in a position to now it's happening. So I don't like that feeling. And it goes to everything with December. Because I know all year that December is coming. True. And I know all year that there's so much going on in December. And now here we are in December. And now I'm like, fuck. Look. You know what I'm saying? And I should have did this and I should have did that. And so as far as like I wasn't planning anything for my birthday. I always do like 12 days of Christmas. I wasn't doing none of that stuff. And I'm being punked into kind of doing some of these things. And it's not in a bad way, but it's like I said I wasn't doing it, so I didn't plan for it. So now that it's here mm-hmm. So.
And you still want to plan for it.
Yeah. And physically, I fell off a little bit on my my regiments. School had a lot to do with a lot of stuff, and then but I'm gonna get on it because I'm trying to unbig this face. They trying to unbig they back. I'm trying to unbig my face. And emotionally, I think I'm in the realm of this last quarter of transition because like it was a person in my dream last night that haven't been thinking about, haven't been talking to, haven't seen, and all of a sudden they're just crowding my thoughts. So that was interesting. But Other than that, I'm good. I'm good. I know the holiday brings on a lot of buried feelings that sometimes we push down. They kind of come up and shove their ways up your throat or whatever. And so just trying to be mindful of that whatever emotions that come up, just to basically allow it to be, allow it to do, and feel how I'm gonna feel, because I ain't gonna be able to stop it.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have an affirmation of the week. I have it there, but I don't have one written there. So I'll make one up.
Okay.
You can make your own.
How do you make up an affirmation?
What are you affirming for yourself? I would like to, damn, I had like 4 go across my mind. But I would like to, I would very much like to be able to understand and articulate how I feel with no hesitation. And I mean that by saying, if something makes me feel away, or if these are my needs or these are my wants, we often care about how we say it, and how the person's going to take it, and how this person's going to feel. I want to be able to say what I want to say, and not say it in a way that a person takes it in a negative way, but stand on what I'm saying. So just to be more communicative about my needs and my wants.
Okay. So you're affirming that to start showing up. When you say affirm, that means
these are affirmations, that these are things that I would like to see forward. These are things that I would like to implement into my life. Like, you can affirm yourself saying, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm a planner. So anything that you would like to put in place in your life currently right now.
Yes. So I'm affirming that, like, I'm not a planner. I am the total opposite. That's where the December and the January.
And it might not be the December and January. We're just 2 different people.
Yes.
On 2 different opposite ends of the spectrum. A lot.
On a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we are alike, but there's a lot of things that we differ. Yeah. But I feel like you affirm that. Like, when you talk to me about stuff, I don't take it personal. You say your feelings, and I don't make it feel like that's how you feel. I just have to figure out how to oblige on what you need, like how you feel. I gotta still show up in the way that you need me to, because you just said, hey, this is how I felt. Right. You know, so I feel like you gotta know your people. You gotta know, like, you gotta be willing to know, like, hey, if she was to speak or say something about it, if she was brave enough, not even brave enough, because I feel like I don't say everything. I'm gonna affirm that I need to say.
So we have the same affirmation, just a little bit different.
A little bit different, because it's like, you should be able to speak and talk to the people that you love in the way of, like, hey, I need you to understand this from me because it's showing up this way. And it's like, I'm okay with that. I have to be able to receive it, so then that way I want the same thing. If I want somebody to affirm what I'm saying or understanding for them to do or need from them, then I got to be able to do that for them as well. So that's where it's like, I'm working on both sides to making sure that, like you said, your word is not being like, oh, okay, taken out of context, doing this, doing that, when you know it comes from real love. Like I wouldn't be around you if we weren't doing this. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be doing this if we were, like, I don't know how to explain it. It just don't, to me, it's like, you shouldn't have to be around people that don't want to see you win. You shouldn't want to be around people that are not, you can't give feedback to or be able to accept the feedback. So true. like however it is, because it comes from a loving place. If you rock with them like that, and if they don't, then you take what they say and then you move on.
And it makes me wonder, like, where does that come from, right? Like, for me, like, where does that thing come from? I think because I think so far ahead, which sometimes is not. It's not a good thing. I'm not saying that, but I'm a forward thinker, you know, so and it makes me wonder, like, where does that come from within me to be like, I told you that this is what was going to happen. Now we in it, and now we got to fix it, you know? So it makes me wonder, like, where does that come from, like, within my childhood or growing up and stuff like that, to the point where, like, I tell people, like, if I see that this is what's going to happen, you don't believe me, now we have to go back and fix that thing. And I feel like it has to stem from something. You know what I mean? Because I'm like that with a lot of things, and it's like, nope, let's not do that, because that's probably not going to work out. And then you hear people like, no, let's do this, let's do that, and then you sit back and watch it. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into this week's show, we are going to give some love to our beautiful sponsors who sponsors us every month. And if you would like to have your business, if you would like to sponsor a show and have your business highlighted, please contact us. Yes. You can come on the show and talk about your business, or we can work some things out to where your business gets in and out there. Mimosa, right? All right. But Keys Royalty House of Love. And Keys Do Love Mommies is actually hosting a girls' night in clothing so cool. kickback, and where we're gonna come out. You come out, you set up your table with your clothes. If you want to, you can just donate, and we hang out and talk and probably play games. And discuss love a little bit. Of course, we got to throw love in there. But we're doing it with the teenagers first. We do have one coming up with the adults and seniors in January. But December 15th at the Whitney Recreational Center at, what time did it say?
Is that
12
Friday?
to 3?
The 15th?
I think it's a Friday.
Okay.
I think it's from 12 to 3. I'll have to look, but we're having that. And so if you have some stuff, if you doing your winter cleaning and you putting your summer stuff up and taking your winter stuff out, and you see stuff that you would like to donate, we would love to have it. Give it to some young children who may need some clothes this winter. But that is where love resides, and we do repairing, restoring, and rebuilding from within. So if you don't have a level of self-love, it's kind of hard to love others.
Yeah.
And that's what we focus on. And we also do essential relationship coaching, where we reestablish the foundation of a relationship to begin with, because it started on something. It was based and built on something. So we reconstruct that. And Keys Do Love Mommies nonprofit organization is where we create healthy parents. We come in and we provide postpartum care for mothers and families that just had a child and need that support. We create that village, because it takes a village to raise a child. And then we're always staying on beat with hair and makeup, with beauty on the beat.
Hey y'all, it's the holiday seasons. Holla at your girls, the holiday season.
You got any specials? You got any deals? You got any Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Throw It Back Thursdays?
All of that is, yes, we will be having that. I will be posting that very soon for you guys by December 1st, because y'all already know that the holiday season is the busiest time.
December 1st is Friday.
It is.
That's crazy. And after that is the countdown to my birthday. Anyways, but if you like to comment, enjoy it. We're going to skip over that. But yeah, we love when you guys are a part of our conversation. It is a beautiful thing. And I actually got a compliment this morning. Well, I saw it this morning. I don't know when they wrote it. But someone basically stated that they like the questions that I post on social media. And when I post questions, trust me, they be random. Like, it's just something random. And half of the stuff that I think of, I don't post, and I probably should. But she was like, I really love the questions that you pose. And she's like, when I get back to Vegas, I would like to join you for a conversation. So with that being said, we are having a Let's Talk Love for my birthday edition. And it's Let's Talk Love and Dominatrix. So this one will be a live experimental teaching experiment. So if you would like to learn how to be a little more dominant, a little more confident, a little more sexy, we got the beautiful Miss Mocha Goddess coming out and she is going to educate us. So you get to dress like a dominatrix. You get a kink kit.
What?
It's going to go down. So I couldn't figure out what Let's Talk Love I wanted to do for my birthday, and it just all came together. So I know it's kind of last minute, but real quick, real fast. But we were going to do the husbands this month, but we're going to do the husbands in January. So if you have any husbands out there who would like to come and talk love with me, Love Doctor, holla at your girl, because it's y'all's time to shine. Because it is important for other men to hear from husbands about what it's like to be a husband. Everybody's like, oh, don't do it. You got the ball and chain and all of that. But you definitely got some husbands out there that understand the benefits of a unit, of a partnership. And there's lots and lots of benefits to that. So when we shout out to all the wives who came out, we did Let's Talk Love with the wives. It was a beautiful thing. Like, if I smile for like a week, then I know, like, I feel good. But I appreciate all the feedback that I got. That's where it counts most. You know, you want to hear the feedback. And a lot of things were that people really wanted to hear / talk about the bad of the marriage, like infidelity. You know, that one came up a few times. And I did change the trajectory of the flow, because we talked about the beauty of marriage, the benefits. What do you love about your husband? What do you love about being married to this person? Yeah. Or your wife, you know, because you just because you're a wife doesn't mean you're not married to a woman. But I changed it because we often talk about the bad. Because
it always
and we'll have another one, and we can get to that. But I was just like, let's just stay here for a minute.
Dang, I missed it.
Yeah, shout out to all of my beautiful wives. Thank you so much for doing that. And by me saying thank you, we weren't here on Thanksgiving because everybody should have been with their families, but I still wrote a show on thankfulness. And by it being Thursday, I was like, we probably could implement that every once in a while, a Thankful Thursday.
Period. And I like that.
We talked about, you know, we just want to get in there and talk about, like, the difference, which I don't know if anybody knew that there was a difference, and you probably did know that there's a difference between gratefulness and thankfulness. Did you know that?
No, because I think that they would be the same thing. I'm grateful and I'm thankful because I'm grateful.
They're in the same family.
Okay, so
they're in the same family. Yeah. Okay. So grateful is a feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness, of thankful. Like, to be thankful. Like, I'm thankful for that, but I'm grateful for more so of the experience, right? So grateful comes from the Latin word gratis, and also means grace. And we use that word a lot, right? We have to give grace. We have to give grace. So, and thankful means to be pleased or relieved. Like, oh, thank God. You know.
Okay.
You get the difference?
Okay. So you're saying, like, when you are thankful that it came to pass. When you're grateful is you see these actions happening, and you're grateful for, like, the dominoes
things that you're being thankful for.
Damn, I got it now. See, she be having it be those things that if you don't really, you think that they're cousins, but they do have a meaning to go together, but it's not the same.
They're not exactly the same. They're very much in the same realm. So
it makes sense.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary tells us that grateful means a feeling or expressing gratitude, while thankful means expressing a pleasure of satisfaction or delight.
So relief. That makes sense.
Yeah, so
wow.
I guess we could say I'm thankful that I could pay my bills.
Yes.
Right? But I'm grateful for the job that provides me the means to be able to pay said bills.
That's like 100%.
I was like, let me think of an example. Yeah, so there is a noticeable difference between these definitions, and it's that being grateful focus on the feeling and the expression of gratitude, while thankful is just pleased about something that has occurred. Yeah. So grateful is a feeling of appreciation of something, not having the entitlement of something.
Oh, that word, you already know, the entitlement.
Understanding that you could be less fortunate, but truly appreciate what you have.
That's crazy. I was driving here, and I seen people walking. I said, dang, I'm thankful for, like, being able to drive a car, like, to the places that I want to go. People are walking. I was just saying, like, dang, I turned in here thinking something, and then we just talked about this. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I, so just put it, like...
It was meant to be.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah, the small things, though, like the breath, to be able to breathe. Yes. The breath in your lungs, roof over your head, water to wash your ass. Like, we take some things for granted. We should be grateful, you know. Ooh, and we're not entitled to anything or anyone.
No. And that's where the control part come in. It's like you can't control anybody else. So it's like, that's where you're grateful for, like, hey, you are responsible for doing whatever said thing needs to be done, so am I. Yeah. And I'm grateful that we both make sure that we committed to doing that, what we said we was going to fucking do.
What we said we were going to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So gratefulness is one of the healthiest emotions that you can have.
Okay.
Because with gratefulness, the more gratitude that you show, actually is the more that you receive.
True.
So the way to move forward in life is to be grateful.
Yes.
It's also a state of mind. You have to have that mindset, like, I'm just grateful for this, or, you know, like,
yes,
I have a lot of gratitude. So everybody who knows me knows personally that I have been minimally, I'll dip and dab every once in a while. I might have a moment where I pick an artist that I listen to, but for the most part, I have not been listening to regular music.
Oh, she's been on.
I don't know, what is it? Secular music. Yes, that's one of my jams. So yeah. I've only been listening to affirmation music and movies and shows that educate me. But one of the songs is the key to happiness is gratefulness. Because if we don't allow ourselves the space to be grateful for what we already currently have, mm-hmm. and we're always focusing on what you think you need, the new stuff that you think you want, or what I don't got, you're not even
enjoying any of that.
Yeah, like the stuff that you do have, you're not even saying that. So to say that when my brother and them was on the show last, we spoke. We spoke about it anyway, but we spoke about, damn, this is deep. So the gratefulness and the thankfulness, there was an issue for me, still is an issue for me, of who didn't show up for my mom when she passed, right? Mm-hmm. And it was just bitter and anger and deletes and blocks and and once we sat down and talked about it, we had to look at the picture and see and be grateful for who was there. Mm-hmm. And thankful to those who stepped up and assisted. Mm-hmm. So I even had to give some thanks to you, because in the midst of me venting to her, I'm like, nobody checks on me when my mom died. Nobody pulls up on me. Nobody. That word, nobody. I had to stop mid-sentence, like, I'm lying. It may not have been who I thought would show up. It may not have been the way I thought people should show up, but I can't discredit. I have to be grateful for the ones who did show up and do and still showing up. So I actually had to apologize to her and her husband, because they were both there, you know. And then the days that she was there by herself, I still thanked him for allowing her that time and space to be there for me, because in the midst of it, you like, well, nobody was there. I was just, and then I was like, wait a minute, G, chill out, because there were people that were there. You need to be grateful for those people. You need to be thankful for them, both.
Yes. I was just in the same realm of certain things that I was just thinking of. Like, you remember how we talk about all the time that my order is never right? That is something that how I looked at life a lot. Of like the negative things, I would focus too much on those, and then I would resonate in a realm that I didn't necessarily want to be in, but because I only continue to look at and walk through life to be able to see shit. If you're walking through life just to find shit,
find the negative,
you're gonna find
it's
shit.
Gonna be right there.
It's gonna be right there. So that's why I say every week I'm just evolving and seeing things differently and being thankful and grateful for certain things, and I'm allowing that to show up versus always looking at the shit.
Yeah, or looking for the shit.
Yes.
But yeah, so they say thankful is more direct than grateful. Being thankful for what someone has done for you, which we just talked about. Thankfulness comes in waves. As things come, then you actually can say that you're thankful for them. So gratefulness is just a state of mind. Like, I'm just grateful for life. I'm grateful to be able to have 2 legs to walk on, to have this mouth to talk with. I'm grateful for E giving us this space to be able to talk. But to be thankful is certain things that happen that comes, and you like, dang, thank you. Thank you so much for that. That's so nice. I know people are texting me and they're like, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, nothing. So I've been deemed a Grinch this year by one person. So I don't know if it manifests yet. She was like, you always do something for your birthday and you're not doing nothing. I'm like, because I'm having a big party next year. So gratefulness is active and thankfulness is passive. So you're actively grateful, but you're thankfully passive. Gratefulness is independent, deep, and long-term. And thankfulness is dependent, surface level, and short-lived.
Yes. Because the definition makes sense too. Because once it says you relieved of it. So you accomplished, like, dang, I'm so thankful that I booked this many, like in my mind, okay, this is how I made this much. Okay, cool. I'm so thankful for that.
I know, but I don't know if and this is probably where I get too deep with things, because I don't think my level of thankfulness is surface leveled or short lived. Like, I probably put too much I probably put a 20 on a 5 because I'm thankful for what you did. And it could be the smallest thing. Usually it is the smallest things that you're pretty much thankful for, but
because nobody pays
I'm still thanking you months down the line, and that might make a person feel like they got you in the bag. That's why I said it could be a gift and a curse.
Because you're thankful for it?
Like, I'm still thankful for something that you did months ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I probably should have just thanked you and moved on. But I might bring up that same said thing 6 months from now. Like, I already told you how thankful I am for that because of this and that, because I really, really mean that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm still thankful for people. I was a kid. I will be thankful for something that you did for me as a kid. And if I can show up as an adult to help you, I'm going to do that. Because I am thankful.
Because I'm thankful. Or am I grateful for what you did? I don't know. But we're going to break this thing going down. So grateful is a way of life, and thankful is the aspect of it. We are thankful when a friend helps us out by letting us borrow their car. They did something for us, and now we express thanks for it. But when we are grateful, we are not waiting for our friends to do something for us. Instead, we take the initiative to express our gratitude to them for just simply being in our lives. So I'm not waiting for you to do something for me to thank you for it. Like, I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate you just coming to sit and talk and don't talk on the phone. Sit the phone up and just sit there and just chill out.
I was like, I ain't been doing no homework lately.
Let's pick out some outfits.
It's like you really feel like you're there with the person, especially when you have, just talking. Having fun.
Yeah, we have not done homework in a while, and I can't even believe, like, every week I'm like, oh my God, I'm in another week. I just realized, I don't know if it's on air etiquette, but I feel like I look white and pale, and I couldn't figure out.
We're getting our winter color, bro.
You getting your winter color.
Don't talk about You are. You have gotten
that
yours.
That is not it.
You are more yellow.
I'm
right
telling
here.
you what happened. I'm trying to tell you right now. Because I couldn't figure it out. I went out of town, and I thought, typically when I leave and come back out of town, the water is different, and my skin reacts to that. But I got on the plane, and I was like this. And I was thankful. There was this little black man that was sitting in first class, and he said, "You need a mask." And he had a bag, a brand new bag. You know, it had to be a brand new bag of those like black masks, and I can't wear those because they break my face out. So I couldn't figure out like why all of this. My nose, it's all. You can hear it. It's crunchy. And I was like,
because you put
the water, this water is dry. I got to get a water softener. And I was like, your forehead ain't dry. I was like, oh, shit, it's the mask. So I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, I physically look lighter because it dries out. It dried out. But I am very grateful for that man giving me the mask because I was able to ride that flight with no issues. And I looked and seen where I hid it today. It wasn't even where it was supposed to be, my mask. It was inside my makeup bag. And that's, well, not makeup bag, my toiletry bag.
And she likes to put her stuff in places where it's like, that doesn't make sense for me to put it there.
Why did I put it in there? I have no idea. But this brings me to a different, I don't know what I've meant, to another difference, in which is that being thankful is a response while being grateful is a choice.
You can choose to be thankful?
Being thankful is a response. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But being grateful is a choice. You choose to be grateful. You choose to appreciate everything that you have in life. The smallest things like blinking. Right? And we're thankful when something good happens. But when we receive a gift or when someone helps us out, it's polite to just be thankful.
It is. But some people don't be.
They be like, yeah, sit that down.
Yeah, go ahead. Be like, oh, okay.
But being grateful is more powerful. And when times are rough, gratitude is the choice of looking at the light in the darkness and being intentionally grateful what it is and still be good despite of the glaringity that it isn't. Sometimes I don't know what I wrote. And I wrote this like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I don't know what glaringity is. But I think that these are the key differences between the two. And I hope that helps everybody out to know that there is a slight difference. And know that how powerful gratitude is. And we can learn some simple ways of how to be grateful in our lives. What do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like that it's coming for for past for people, like, so being able to now understand, you know, it's like the giving and the receiving of it. You can really be able to identify it much faster than, you know, like, and make it more in the front of your mind, being able to know that, hey, that's how you're going to be able to continue to be successful or continue to have a better life when you are noticing those two powerful things that we just talked about.
And for me, I feel like I've been praying on a lot of different things, like negative things that I see about myself. And I don't want to be a complainer. Like, I don't want to complain about every fucking thing or anything, honestly. I
said that last night.
What?
Then I was like, I have to stop complaining.
What were we talking about?
Girl, I was in the shower and I was like, I'm tired of complaining. I'm tired of, like...
Oh, I probably didn't hear you if you was in the shower. I'm like, wait, what was we talking about?
Because I was like, I don't want to show up as that person, a negative Nancy.
Tired of it.
But I'm always,
and I gotta address that I do it.
I do it too.
And it's like, okay, are we Are we dissatisfied with this thing? Or is it something that we can change? If it's not something we can change,
you gotta
let's
accept
just
it.
figure something or remove myself.
Or remove.
You know, so, and another thing is, I don't want to discuss people. If that makes sense. I don't want to talk about people. I mean, of course, in life, things happen and we have to discuss things. But even down to, this thing with Diddy, right? And it's like, did you hear about what happened with Diddy? And what you think? Like, of course, I have my thoughts, but he's a fucking human being, and I don't want to discuss people.
Okay.
And I don't know how to express that. I don't want to talk about people I know, and I don't want to talk about people I don't know.
Okay.
And I can see where it probably was a vicious cycle, especially around the heavy phases of my grieving. Because, like I said, I was like, and this person went there, and this person wasn't there, and da-da-da-da-da. And now I'm to the place, it's like, I don't even think of it. I don't think of them in a negative way or a positive way. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. I just don't. I just don't want to.
I mean, but you have if your energy and your vibrations is, I don't want that. I don't want to, like, it's nothing for me. It doesn't help me. It's kind of like how when you make your investments, how you spend your money. It's kind of like what you're ingesting, what you're willing to talk about.
Like, I don't want to talk about that shit.
Receive.
But you know what is crazy is I'm saying it now, but I've been subconsciously doing it because
I was like,
and I love that y'all respect that, because y'all will call me and say, "Oh, damn it."
Yeah, we want it, and then we be like,
I don't know what they say is, we're not trying to trigger you. Because I'm gonna be real. Like, I always tell everybody, I am healing, I am not healed. So just because I don't want to discuss said issue and I want to get over said issue doesn't mean that said issue isn't still an issue, if that makes sense. So I do I like the fact that y'all respect my space, and when y'all call me with some bullshit, y'all will be like, we don't want to trigger you, but did you see such and such and such and such? And I was like, I didn't see it. And I didn't see it because it wasn't meant for me to see. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I was subconsciously putting myself in that position to stop that vicious cycle. Like, I don't know. Like, I just want to be a better person. I want to be a better friend. I want to be a better sister. Ultimately, I don't know, my mom probably watching over, but you want to be a better daughter. Like, you want to be better. I want to be a better business owner. I want to be a better person that's a giver and not a taker or a receiver. So it goes deep. This realm that I'm in right now, and it's hard to explain to others, but I just got to walk in my faith and walk in my purpose.
No explanation needed. The people who are walking beside you will see it if they're willing to see it.
Yeah, because a lot of people need you to stay the way you were because it makes them more comfortable with who they are. But it's like, at this point in time, it's like, I can't keep operating like that because it's not conducive to me. Even like what we said in the beginning of the show, like, I've asked, how many times are we pulling names for Secret Santa? How many months ago? And somebody told me last night, stop asking. If they want to do it, they'll come to you. I said, but for me, I know that this is going to be a heavy month. Like, we could have pulled names 2 months ago, and you could have bought your little $25 gift, and it wasn't a burden. It wasn't heavy. Like, well, you got your kids, you got bills, you got this, you got that. And she was like, listen, you do all this planning for us all the time. But I was like, but y'all don't notice that I stopped planning shit a long time ago.
And then shit don't happen.
And now we don't do shit. So,
true.
Benefits of being grateful.
But we be grateful that you do still plan it, because in the midst we still have a good time. when we all get together.
But I would be
do that
thankful if y'all would step the hell up when I start speaking on things, so it makes it less stressful for me. I know y'all grateful, but even somebody I spoke to over the phone that live out of town, she was like, I ain't been seeing, because she was being funny, saying like, you know, she used to be jealous of all the stuff that we used to do. She's like, I ain't been seeing y'all get together, and I ain't been seeing whatever. And I said, true. I stopped planning shit. And I stopped planning stuff. This is just a moment of transparency, just to see how people would show up. I did it purposely. It was very strategic. I wanted to see who would hang with me authentically without me planning something. And when I said something, because I usually say how I feel, it's about how it's being taken, and then that's when I move forward. But I said it like, I don't feel like I'm being supported in this way. And certain people were like, well, we show up to everything that we show up to all your events. And I'm grateful for that. I am grateful and thankful for that. But I'm saying show up for me as the human.
Not for an event. Just
not for an
me.
Event. So,
but do you feel that, like, the pandemic, I feel like we got used to being able to just be, like, go exist and make time for stuff. I feel like once the world opened back up again, it was life, like work schedules, kids are going back into different things. Like, we had time to be able to build that. It was like, especially for me, I'm a creature of consistency. So I enjoy, hey, I was able to talk on the phone. Hey, I was able to hang with you more days out of the week than it was. It was easier. It was able to build those. Every other weekend you could go out. But now it's like, dang, the kids are doing this. Now this is happening. On top of everything. So now that we need to plan, because at first sometimes we didn't really need to plan. We just needed to show up. Now that we have to plan, because everything is a weekend with something that has going on with something else that has going on. So we have to be more strategic. Like, you be like, well, what are you doing? Because everybody else got other, like, you, like, it's, the world ain't just closed.
I don't agree. I feel like what I'm saying is life was busy before the pandemic. Life was still what it was.
Before
you had
the
kids
pandemic.
Before the pandemic. We had lives before the pandemic. Yes, we had more time to do things together at the pandemic. And I'm not saying, I think that those are two different things. I'm not saying that we're not available to do things the way we were during the pandemic. What I'm saying is, when I sit back and I look at me and how I show up for people, and then I start to pay attention to how people were showing up for me, and I don't even think I would be in this space, in this world, if as many people didn't die as they did. So people probably been showing up like this whole time, but now it looks different to me.
Okay.
It looks different to me. So when I did that birthday dinner, I specifically did that. I catered to the people that were in my immediate circle. I had a chef come out. We cooked. We had a good dance. And I knew that day, that was the last thing I was planning. I knew. And I was like, I'm going to see who pulls up over here just to come and sip, have some wine, some hot cocoa, drink some tea. I'm going to see who come over here to see if I've eaten. I'm going to come over here to see if I'm going to wait to see if a motherfucker to see if I'm over here suicidal. I'm going to wait and see. And I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And of course, it built bitterness because people were not showing up. But then that's when I said I had to check myself. Once I started to heal and get out of that spiral of negativity, I could clearly see who was there. You get what I'm saying? So no, I don't think that just because life is going on that it makes it any different. That's why planning things is important. Like, okay, well, what weekend do you got? What weekend do you got? Da-da-da-da-da. But if we are trying to do that and I if I put it out there and then the ball gets dropped, and then I put it out there again and the ball gets dropped again, and then now we're here and it's like, okay, well, what are we doing? I don't work well like that. Yeah. Because now we're in a tensy. Do you get what I'm saying? So no, I don't necessarily agree with that.
Well, no, I was just saying with the girl who was saying that she no longer sees us doing a whole bunch of things to, like, oh, we always had something going on.
Yeah, but still, it still goes to the same thing that she was saying. She doesn't see all those things because I haven't planned anything. I could still plan something quarterly. I mean, I've done a couple different things at the house, of course, but compared to what we were doing, and I know that we met right before the pandemic, but I didn't just start doing that when I met you.
No, I didn't. It seemed like this was...
But no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't agree that it was just because...
Oh, okay.
It was the pandemic that it was the pandemic that we were able to do a lot of stuff back to back, but no, like it was a very deliberate thing.
Okay.
It was very deliberate. But being grateful improves your physical health. It improves your mental health. And it does. Because you kind of get out, like I said, you get out of that spiral of negativity and start to really see the beauty of everything that's going on around you. It improves your sleep, your psychological health. It boosts your immune system, increases your empathetic little nerve system. It reduces aggression. This is the one.
The aggression.
Oh, child. Like, let me tell you the beauty of healing. I know we talked about that, but it feels so good not to be in that space. I'm not all the way out. I just want people to be clear on that. Because I might fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I got to be honest with myself. You become more socially connected. Your mental strength improves. And it improves your self-esteem.
It does.
Because you're like, you know what? I might have this little mark of Buddha in the middle of my forehead. But
yeah, see that.
My face is still kind of cute. But yeah. Ways to increase gratefulness is to journal. I'm big on journaling. That's why I made the self-love journal that I need some assistance with because I need to promote it. And you can do grateful prompts. Well, I have in the self-love journal self-love prompts. But I am currently working on a grateful journal. So just putting that out there. Meditation, exercise, and how to begin to implement gratefulness is sit comfortably in your shit. Like, just sit in it, right? Close your eyes, take several deep breaths, slow deep breaths, and just think about things that you... Don't even think about what you're grateful. Just be grateful in the moment. Be grateful that you can sit with your eyes closed and take deep breaths. Think about something good that's happened to you recently and focus on that. Think about a person or an animal that you really love. Shout out to Smoke Dog. I'm grateful for my dog because let me tell you, when people be like, "Oh, loyalty is it's what's the word somebody told me?" And I'm drawing a blank, but I'm like, if a dog can be loyal, I'm pretty sure humans can be loyal. Think of an occasion when you were honored or appreciated. Shout out to you. You getting an award on Thursday. She's being honored and given an award. So that's going to be great.
But I'm grateful. I'm thankful, but I'm grateful as well.
Grateful for the work that you've done.
Man.
But, and you can think about a present situation, like what's going on in your life currently that you can be grateful for. Also, we'll answer 2 or 3 of these questions. And then we'll do 2 or 3 prompts, and so we can wrap it up, okay? So when I say it, let's say one thing you're grateful for that you can see.
I am grateful for my current state of my marriage.
Okay, I'm grateful for Hot 702.5. Grateful things that... Friendships. I have a gang of lists on here, but I'm just scanning because we're running out of time.
I'm grateful for the connections that I have made, the connections that I am going to make, and the connections that I continue to have.
I'm grateful for my level of accountability and understanding to build better friendships, to build better connections, to build new friendships. Because I was team no new friends for a long time because I didn't trust people. Then a couple of prompts is, I'm grateful for my family because
they keep me grounded.
I'm grateful for my family because they love me and allows me to be me to a degree. I still think there's some conditions out there, but for the most part, like I said, the fact that you guys can respect that there's certain things I don't want to hear, there's certain things I don't want to see, there's certain things I don't want to talk about, and you guys respect that. You guys allow that space for me not to, like, if it's violent, don't send that shit to me. I don't want to see it. I'm grateful for that. Something good happened this week was
I hit my what did we me and my son cooking Thanksgiving. Like that was like the best thing, that we were just able to have full conversations, listen to music. Like, it was like a core memory that just like went into there, like, and I was so grateful for that.
That's what's
so
up.
Grateful.
That's dope. I was gonna say that I was grateful for a family that was successful in case management and therapeutic phase. I can't really say too much, but I was grateful for that because it was a success. But when you said family and Thanksgiving, I'm very thankful and grateful that I was able to see my grandmother's sisters, hang out with them, and have us a little shot and drink because they are so funny, and they are a part of our lineage, and I was grateful for that. I'm grateful for who I am because I wouldn't be here without being me. I wouldn't be where I'm at without being me. That right there is that I had to learn that it's okay to be me. Yeah. I'm grateful for me because I am understanding myself more to be able to tap into my power and my purpose and to do what I'm set out to do. And I'm grateful that I listen to my internal self more, trusting me more, loving me more, to do what I'm set out to do. Because I could have easily, like, the first person who was like, Mizz love Dr. like, don't think I don't hear the little chitter chatter, because I do. But, like, what makes you qualified to do that? I could have easily been like, you know what makes me qualified? But then again, it's like, this ain't nobody else's work. This is something that there's a higher power that's pushing me to do. I'm being pushed to do this work. It's not like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this and this is who I'm going to be. It did not work like that. I literally am being pushed into this purpose. And I love the fact that I'm being pushed in challenging ways that I would never imagine. And I'm actually taking those steps and walking into that. What is something silly you grateful for before we wrap it up? Silly. I'm grateful for my goofiness. Like, bring it back. Let it out. Because I'm hella goofy and funny. But I feel like I'm boring because I'm so laid
You see
back
how my face just kind of just turned from a sound like, I know she.
I do. I tell you that all the time, that I feel like I'm so boring because I'm so reserved and chill. Like, I want that shit out. I want to be buck wild. You know what I'm saying? But we are thankful for you guys as our listeners and our supporters and our lovers. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always tuning in, sharing the show, talking about the show, discussing it with others. We got the most bombest fucking compliment, and I got to make this man a Let's Talk Love shirt. Shout out to Grit Fit, but he was being deployed. This guy's being deployed, and he wanted a Let's Talk Love shirt to go with him. Aww. I gotta send it. I gotta make the care package this week. But we're very thankful, and make sure you guys tune in and drop in the comments what you're grateful for. What are you thankful for? Because they are two different things. So we would love to see that. We would love to embrace that with you, and just know that we are definitely thankful for you. Yeah. And the gratitude is in abundance. And we'll find more ways to show that appreciation.
Yes.
Throughout this next year. I'm always thinking of ways to improve and implement new things in the year. But we definitely want to let you know you love you. And if you got some clothes to donate. You want to be a dominatrix? Hit me up, because it's about to go
That's gonna be crazy.
down. I'm so excited about it. Because I didn't know what I wanted to do for my birthday, but now I know. And now it's all going to be good. So Let's Talk Love and Dominatrix is coming up December the 16th. So, and it's Capricorn season. So, shout out. I'm grateful and thankful for all the Capricorns in the world.
All the Caps in the world.
Bye-bye. Y'all love us.